Good morning, my friends. Look how red my nose is. I was just outside and I was checking all my babies because it is freezing cold here in Western Pennsylvania. And of course, I've got some stuff out there in the garden and I have to run out every morning and check on it. We have one more cold night that is coming tonight. But I thought, come on, I'll show you what's going on here in Western PA. That got down to about 29 degrees last night. Pretty much only planted my cold crops right now, but I did put my herbs out, so I was a little worried about them. Let's see what they're looking like this morning. Did cover them with this net. It's just a net. It's not for frost coverage, but I did get some frost coverage covers delivered yesterday, so I'll be using those tonight because we are going down again. But it looks like my herbs all fared quite well, just with that little net on it. And then the strawberries are looking just fine. Along the edge of this little planter, I've got some beets coming up, and they don't look like they were bothered at all by the cold. Now out here in raised bed number 2, under this shade netting, I've got some carrots planted, but they haven't even sprouted yet. And then over there, on this side, we've got radishes, and they are doing just fine. So I might uncover them today to get some sunshine and then cover them back up tonight because it's again going to be really cold. Garlic and onions could care less about the cold weather. They're growing great. In raised bed 1 here, I've got these covered double. This is a shade cloth, and then under here is my netting to keep the cabbage worms off of them. But looks like everybody's doing really good. And all of these I started in the house. Get you a better look under there. There's my peas. I'm not sure how I'm gonna trellis those because I've got this net on here now. That was a bad mistake, but we'll see. And even I'm really excited. Even my little celeries are growing, and they say those are really hard to grow. And as you know, everything in my garden is an experience. It's not an experience, an experiment. What am I talking about here? So we're just growing and seeing what grows and how good it grows. This is a little baby rhubarb plant. I'm not sure if that one's going to make it because he is so teeny tiny. But again, I started these in the house, and I've just been covering them up with a pot and a rock on top of it because we get some really crazy winds here. I've always wanted a cold frame, but haven't had the time to get Jay to build one. So this is what I did. I found this on Walmart, and it's plastic, and it's it's heavy. Water can't get through it. So that's what I'm using for my cold frame, and I put it on the south side of the house like you would a cold frame. Let me show you what's going on inside here. I'm really happy with this. I've got spinach started, and we've got lettuce. And they seem to be doing just fine, so I'm very excited about that. So tonight should be our last cold night, and then the 10-day forecast is looking really good. So fingers crossed I can get my warmer crops out to the garden because it's been a jungle inside the house. Here are my winter sow jugs. I brought those in so they wouldn't freeze, and they're growing great. As you can see, the snapdragons are popping up. The tomatoes are huge. They really need to get outside. Peppers are doing great. They're huge. I pretty much cleaned that little greenhouse off last night and bagged up and boxed up a bunch of stuff for my daughter. Today she is going home with all of these plants for her garden because for some unknown reason her seedlings didn't do well this year. And that's fine because Mommy grew way too many. So she'll have plenty for her garden and her family too. That's why I always overplant because you never know when someone's going to need a plant. And it's so good to share. Thanks for checking in as always and getting an update on my 2026 garden. Please give me a follow so that you can see every step of the way. Plus, you'll get some recipes and see me making some food. Not always turns out great, but I'm always glad you came along for the ride. So, give me a like, give me a follow. and have a blessed day.